everyone, I'm Stardust. Welcome back to my yard, lovingly referred to as Anole Alley. I'm excited to be back and bring you guys a whole new season of Anole adventures. What you're going to see in this nature series entitled Anole Alley are the real life stories of these animals as they live here in the alley. This season, we're going to be introduced to a few new faces and also revisit a few old friends. Last season, I introduced you guys to a few rock stars. And we also became familiar with a group of lizards that live over here near the chain link fence that I've dubbed the Chain Gang. And this season, they're in for a few surprises. If you'll remember last season, the large male lizard named Brownie was the ruler of the roost over here. But today, I've come out to find Leo here on the post. You'll remember Leo. He's one of the house lizards, named so because he claimed most of his territory around the house itself. One of his favorite hangouts was the old window blind. And down near the bottom, I find the little female Anole named Spider. She acquired the name because she lived in the spider plant which grows here on the back steps. But right now it's dormant because of the colder temperatures. And Spider has found that the cracks in these boards near the door make excellent shelter, and it's warm too. Earlier, I had seen Spider and Leo romancing on the stone. Will there be little spiders and Leos running around? We'll see. Most of this footage was shot in late December and early January. And out here on the plywood, in his usual spot, we find Brownie. Today, he's out chasing around one of the young rock starlets. Look carefully. Lower right-hand corner of your screen. There she is. And there she's not. Looks like she's got other plans and is in a bit of a rush today. Sorry, Brownie. And another couple from last season, the always animated Apollo and Starbuck. The two hatchlings we all watched grow up Anole on top of our pet iguana's hutch. And these little guys always kept us entertained with their battles. Apollo, the larger of the two, always seemed to be the successor. But the smaller Starbuck never completely backed down and showed us he was here to stay, no matter who or what got in his way. Okay, so don't pay any attention to the garbage bag next to the rock. I was out here cleaning out my car and washing it when I saw the Anoles were out. So I dropped everything, including the garden hose, which you can still hear running in the background, to start filming them. This season in Anole Alley, we're going to be exploring Anole habitats as well as their social structure. And here in the habitat, since it's just after the holiday season, I've placed the Christmas deer here, not thinking, would this scare them away? Well, guess that answers my question. Leo and one of the smaller Anoles have found that these deer are pretty cool. They make wonderful spots to hang out and bask, to hunt, and to generally just have fun. The lizards really seem to enjoy them, so I left them here for a while. Again, this shows me just how incredibly adaptable these little creatures are. that they can take changes to their environment in stride. As Leo finishes off his meal, I pan over to find Brownie has come down to bask in one of his favorite spots on the garden hose. And another Anole has made an appearance. It looks like Spider, but the markings just don't match up. Speaking of Anole markings and colorations, we're going to explore that a little more in depth in this season of Anole Alley. We'll learn that Anoles use colors to communicate with each other, to help warm themselves or cool themselves down, and to hide from predators or when stalking their prey. The colors of the Anoles can be quite fascinating. And here we can see that Brownie is beginning another molt. He's shedding his skin. And out here near the garden, we find Rosebud basking on the rocks. I've come to look for the garden Anoles. Let's see how they're faring this winter. Well, the cold has killed back most of the live plants, but I've got some fake stuff out here. And there's Rover on top of the dog statue. He's been here since last season and is doing quite well. Even with most of the live foliage dormant now due to the colder weather, these Anoles are still not phased, not one bit. They like the fake stuff too. As you can see Spot here enjoying them. Yes, Spot and Rover, the two Anoles that hang out here near the dog. They're the dominant two in the garden, but there are numerous Anoles out here. We live here on the Gulf Coast, and we usually don't see our colder temperatures until February. Rosebud and the other pets, well, they'll all be fine this winter. But what about the Anoles? They're wild animals. Most of them will be back. Just who and where will be interesting.